The portal has been opened, divine souls. I have a special announcement for you. I finally opened up my store. So, what you see right now are three digital products that are on sale that I personally created for you. So, if you want to take the time to reflect your thoughts, audit your daily habits as well as your finances, but not just that, but dive deep into your own persona as well as your shadow. Feel free to invest what resonates with your soul so that we together can do wonders. Welcome to the Mystic Worlds of Wonders. I'm Christofina, CEO of ZUDIRA Production. Before I do get started, I do want to thank you so much for tuning in to my channel to get a glimpse of my life and production building up ZUDIRA. I'm in a different location. I love working outside all of a sudden. I normally take videos. If you look back at my other YouTube videos, I take them majority of the time in my room, but why not change like the scenery so that I can get used to, I guess, being outside. I am now in downtown LA, and I've been in California for like a good year and probably like 8 months, but I don't really, the only time I come out to LA is when I want to go to a rave, and that's it, or if it's for like networking or so on forth. But there's so many tall buildings around here, and it's just a new atmosphere. It just gives off occultist vibes, if that makes sense. But I honestly am grateful that I taken the chance to be bold and vlog around everyone who's walking around me, whether they're in front of me, behind me, beside me, right, left or right, and also because there's just so much traffic going on. But hopefully you guys can't hear that. I should have did a sound check earlier, but it's okay. I don't live in LA, but I live like 45 minutes away from LA because LA is just a place to come and go, not to stay for me. I need my peace, and yeah. So today I really just want to talk about just rebranding yourself, recreating yourself, whether that's for you and your business to build a solid foundation. Last time I've spoken about building your vision and being directive, well, being solid, creating a roadmap as well as having a ritual so that you can be able to fulfill your dreams by making sure you have like a solid plan. I also mentioned just meditating, journaling, just so that you have that ritual set for yourself before you go out to the world, because it's good to just make sure that you're tuning in and channeling in to your world and not other people's world, because if you're not in control of your subconscious mind, then someone else is. So it's very important for you to just make sure you are tuning into yourself before you go out into the world, so that you know what your true intentions are when as soon as you walk outside that door. So today I sincerely did that. I stretched, I written out my goals. I also what else did I do? I prayed and I read the Bible as well. And I did my self-care routine as well before I stepped out the door. The reason why I came to LA is because I needed to drop off to return some more books. I've just been collecting books just to like nurture my mind and soul at this point, so that I can know exactly what I need to do when it comes to building my business, especially as in something that's so brand new. I mean, you can only learn so much, but it's more about just taking action and then just going with the flow, but also educating yourself during the process. Hold on, it's kind of getting windy out here, but hold on. Honestly, I've been reading 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene, and I have it right here. It's marked up, I'll just say that, and it's been abused. It's been like wet down and everything, but honestly, oh my god, it's getting cold. Hold on. I need Okay. I had to put my sweater back on. So let's get back to it. So when it comes to like recreating yourself, you have to do work. You have to like analyze and audit your own life to see exactly what you need to do to recreate yourself, whether that's losing weight or building a business or just wanting to create or build like better relationships, so on forth. I have to reprogram my mind, and by me doing that, I have to like read, and not just read, but also be repetitive on what I'm reading and also implementing what I'm reading into reality so that I can become this, mystical creature that I truly desire to become. And most people would think I'm just really chaotic or insane to just believe a certain way, but nothing's wrong with a new BS, which is a belief system, because no one else is going to change you but you, and no one else can fulfill the blueprint that's within you but you. For no one else would know that but you. Your salvation is in God's hands, not anyone else's. So it's just like, who cares what other people think? Who cares how people perceive you to be? Because they're not the one paying your bills, for one, and when they are not the ones who's gonna face your day on a daily basis, regardless of your conditions and circumstances. I really do take heart on like building a better version of myself, because it's just such a biggest project of our life. What starting from, even though we may not have 100% control of our life when we were a kid, but just starting from zero till death, you are the biggest project of your life. I mean, you are the presentation. How you present, how you approach yourself, what vibe you give off, that is everything. That is just you. You are the solid ground of your own foundation, whether that's internally and externally. The portal has been opened, divine souls. I have a special announcement for you. I finally opened up my store. So what you see right now are 3 digital products that are on sale that I personally created for you. So if you want to take the time to reflect your thoughts, audit your daily habits as well as your finances, but not just that, but dive deep into your own persona as well as your shadow, feel free to invest what resonates with your soul so that we together can do wonders. What I've learned from, Robert Greene, he really talks about like how this is just more of a reflective video of like Robert Greene and just recreating yourself, just so that you guys are aware what this video will bring to you. So, Robert Greene mentioned Julio Cesar, who was like a godlike symbol to the people who worshipped him. And they couldn't help but just love being in his presence because he gives off that vibe, that celebrity energy, that it factor, that je ne sais quoi. Yeah, I heard that one, je ne sais quoi vibe. And honestly, I feel like it's a good thing to have that and take advantage of it, especially if you want to become famous, or or just be a star, whatever the purpose may be. When you want to recreate yourself, you have to do the awing and the booing and the discretion for yourself. No one else can do that. Like, you are the one who has to surrender yourself your old self, in order for you to create that new identity, which I sincerely have to do, and I'm still working on that in this very moment of time. And just also reading spiritual and personal development books that are connected to my mission, because my mission is to do the impossible. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but it's going to happen. It's just a matter of time. But also in Robert Greene book, he also mentioned how Cesar always positioned himself in the center, at like a godlike symbol, like I mentioned before. And I've noticed with myself when I tend to like to put myself in the middle, me subconsciously doing it. So I feel like I'm already programmed to be a star. Like I said, having to break the barriers, the limitations, all the negative attributes that has held me back to possess, not possess, but more of like channel into what's already mine and express it into reality. And if you don't have to have that je ne sais quoi, but you can also build that je ne sais quoi just by you know, doing the work, which is encountering your shadow and using your shadow as some sort of instrument for you to use to play that tune that everyone would potentially want to listen to. On my journey, I do want to let you guys know that like it is a process to want to sincerely change yourself, especially if you know that you are harming yourself, destroying your life is quite destructive, whether that's financially, spiritually, with relationships, or just with your career. If you know that there's certain things that needs to change, you have to reflect. I highly recommend you to take the time to reflect so that you have self-consciousness of who you are, how you control yourself, whether that's your appearance or your emotions, because we all, including myself, or majority of us, may have our emotions take control over us when it comes to making decisions. And that is probably one thing that I would need to work on too still at this very moment. And then also the next thing to recreate yourself is variation. And based off what Robert Greene has said, he mentioned, hold on, is having a memorable character. What I interpret from that is by making yourself the mystic creature. So, like making your mark, where to the point you will be remembered of who you are and what you did for the world, because you basically imprinted on the earth just by being who you really are as an individual. For it all starts from you just doing, just you separating yourself, surrendering yourself so that you can become the version that you truly desire to be, and so on forth. Hi. So, I highly recommend that every moment of time when you get the chance, whether that's early in the morning or during in the middle or during lunch or at night, take the time to realize what you really need to do for yourself to create the version that you may have envisioned yourself to be. And if you really are having a hard time justifying who you want to be, ask your inner self. Ask your inner self, because I did, and I was able to see her, my future self, who I appear to be in this very moment. This is just a skin that needs to be shed off in order for me to continue being the version that I truly appear to be. And maybe my physical form doesn't show the best version of me, but my internal vibe, the vibe that I give off in general, does crystallize who I truly am. And it's just more about everything being in alignment when it comes to just creating myself. I also have been doing some little bit of artwork for my business, and ZUDIRA production is just means so much to me. It's coming from my heart. It's coming from my soul. I'm just being honest with you guys on that one, because there's nothing else in the world that can fulfill me more than ZUDIRA production. And right now, in this very moment, I sincerely believe that I will become famous, rich, and shameless. I will sincerely become rich and shameless every moment of time.
So in this video, I know that I really talked majority about myself, but it's also me sharing to you about my experience. When it comes to recreating and rebranding myself as an individual, sharing my story with you does have some sort of impact for you to just continue moving forward, regardless of what stage in life you're at. And the best time out of all, just to do something big, is to start right now. What can I do to nourish my higher self every moment of time? Ask yourself that all the time, write it down, and you will get the answer that you need. It will either pop up in your head quickly, or you probably would hear someone say it, or you will probably end up reading it off maybe an article, or just simply looking at Instagram, something just says, "Oh, just do this," and it just resonates with you. Do it. Do it immediately. I highly recommend you to do that. But thank you so much for listening to Mystic Worlds of Wonders, and I hope you all have a magnificent day. And this is it. Bye.